All right, my sweet love. So whoever would like to start first, I'd love to hear your read. What do you feel is going on planetarily? Um, yes, your experience is welcomed and included, and also let's focus on keeping this high level. What's going on the greater mass levels, maybe even in your communities, what you're noticing. So yes, Miss Robin.
The cloud formations. I don't know if anybody's noticing it, but there are different. I've never seen anything like it. And Araya and I have been texting back and forth. There is a cloud formation that is very unusual. Yesterday morning, I was sitting out in the sun. And you know, when you look at the sun, when you look away, you have all these dots in front of your eyes. I didn't have dots. I had diamond codes, like I could draw a picture. And they changed with the colors of the rainbow. It was really bizarre. The biggest thing I see is the energy of the sky. The way the birds are interacting, the energy of the planet. I mean, forget the fear mongers out there. It's more the swaying of the trees and just the natural elementals that we take for granted. Mm-hmm. There's a humming, but a calmness at the same time, if that makes sense. But the cloud formations, yeah, they're really, really unique.
I would love, please post some photos in this group. And then also you said that you could draw a picture of what you were seeing. I would absolutely love to see that.
It was really bizarre. But do you know what I'm saying? When you look at the sun straight on and you look away, you usually have these spots in front of your eyes and then they dissipate. Well, when I looked up at the sun, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning and there was a weird cloud covering the sun and there was a halo, rainbow halo around it. And I was just in awe and I was like, I'm staring at it and I look away and when you look away from the sun, the dots disappear. These didn't disappear. I could actually see the exact definition of each diamond, and then the colors changed. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, this is really bizarre. And then when I went out yesterday, I was sitting on the wall in the afternoon with the kids, and I looked up at the sun, and this intense heat started like hitting my third eye, just like this huge circle here. It just started pulsing. Like there's an activation going on, for lack of better words, and I haven't expressed this to anybody. So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I'm glad you're sharing it with us and that you can share with us. I would encourage everyone, document and write as much as you can about this period. This is historical. This is a big deal. So document and write as much as you can, because I think that we are going to be tapping into a wealth of information that we wouldn't be able to otherwise. Like you're saying, like there's an activation, or the gates are open, or like the protective layer around the earth it's different. I agree, it's different. So record as much as you can, and who knows, in 40 years you come back and you look at it and there's information that you downloaded here now for your future self because the gateway was open. I play with that. Just entertain it, you don't have to take it as concrete written in stone, but entertain it and see what happens, because there's definitely an overlap of past, present, future. Timelines feel very peculiar right now. It doesn't, things feel different on all fronts. So that's why I also am thankful to have this group and just so excited to come to this meeting. I think I might have been more excited to come to this one than any others, really, because it's so potent, and I'm so thankful for all of you and this that we have together. So the emotions are coming again, you guys. Awesome. Who else would like to share? Yes, Miss Marcy.
I'll go if that's okay, because there's kind of a story that I want to share. On Sunday, I decided in my infinite wisdom that I was going to get a miniature donkey. So off we go to get this donkey. And I had some of my battles too, because I thought it was free. And as it turned out, it wasn't. So I had to deal with that while I was there too, because, you know, Samantha knows I have money triggers. So anyways, we come home with this darn donkey. So I get home and I've got horses. So some of you know, and maybe some of you don't. But anyways, we come out of the trailer with this donkey and he starts braying and shit broke loose. Horses running all over. This little pony that I'm putting him in with tries to jump the fence, crashes through the fence. And I think this pony never does anything, like pandemonium. And then it was only until we started here where I'm realizing, I think this is like mirroring what's happening on the earth right now. The pandemonium with this virus. And I'm just sitting back thinking, and then this was Sunday. So today is Tuesday for me. And so we're 2 days later and I've now got him out in the paddock with this pony that lost her shit when we come home with this donkey. They're now in together. My dog has decided he owns this donkey, won't let anybody near him. And then all the horses are accepting. They're still worried and they're still cautious and watching, but they're accepting this donkey now. And I'm really curious to see what they do over the next few days, because I feel like there's a big parallel here. It's quite fascinating, actually, that I'm thinking about it. Interesting. So anyways, I wanted to share this story.
I feel like my ears just did this.
I know. I think what they're doing is, yeah, it just dawned on me. I think it's kind of cool because horses are very, I don't know. They're very intellectual and they're I know. It's just hard to.
Beings.
Yeah. I just thought it was a very big parallel to what's happening with just the panic. Like everybody was panicked. Like everybody, they were all running around freaking out. This little mini goes up to their knees. That's pretty funny. But anyway, so I wanted to share that.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And the insight that made me perk my head, like it just came in like a wave, was this is the role that the light workers are playing, that the donkey is having. Like, for how long have people been like, nah, that's their thing. That's their thing. And in this time, these are the people that are calm, that are loving, that are sharing peace, that are sharing. And now it's like, wait, actually, what are you guys doing over there?
And that's what he's like. Like, he's kind of like, what? You know, he's walking around. He doesn't give a hoot. I think he's totally clueless about their energy. You know, he's just, I'm just doing the thing. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And I love the insight that popped in my head. That was clear.
I do want to say too that I have a really strong feeling like there's, and I'm really new to this, so it's just like an instinctual feeling that I have. I can't put any more words to it than that, but that there's going to be a big change happening with the people. There's a lot that are going to kind of come together. There's a lot that are going to support each other. People who normally would go off on their own, I think, are going to start to step up. And it just feels like that's like once the dust settles and everybody kind of calms down a little bit, that it seems like there's going to be a big change happen. And I hope so anyway.
Yeah, I agree. We are living in a very powerful time.
Yeah.
Very powerful. And I do agree. I think there's a massive cleansing going on. I mean, just pollution-wise in China and pollution-wise in Italy. We haven't even gotten to the pollution in America that isn't happening. Like, yes, the panic, what are we going to do? What are we going to wipe our butts with? That has been the funniest part, I think, of this, for crying out loud. Like, always bring it to the toilet talk. I mean, at least we still got the jokes of that, right? Like, it's helping a little bit. Lighten the mood, deplete the toilet paper. But ultimately, like, after that rush, what are we left with? We're left with ourselves. And hopefully something happens to the Fox News and CNN networks and all of a sudden they can't air, because that would be glorious. Something happening with who is indoctrinating the fear and that. Hopefully some of the forces that be can shut off some of the streams that are encouraging the pandemonium, because this is just shenanigans. In the meantime, we do our thing. truly. But I completely agree with you. The beauty that is going to come out of this far outweighs all of the other shit. Far outweighs. It is, I've been a transformational coach helping people dig into their stuff for the last 10 years. This is the process that I have been supporting people through. And I'm preaching to the choir here. Like, we know this. In order to grow, in order to shift, we know there's the awakening. An event happens. Oh shit. Okay, now I'm triggered. What is the trigger? Now I have these emotions. What are these emotions? Now I'm going to go look in the mirror. Oh my God, I am so uncomfortable. What do I do with this discomfort? I want to jump out of my skin. I want to punch the pillow. I can't figure out what outfit to wear. What is going to happen? The breakthrough, the tears, the shift, the aha. And then what? New skin, new peace, new calm. We need this. The climate, I honestly also believe that the climate strike had something to do with it. Energetically, what's been going on, I 100% believe that the people that have been gathering for the climate strike, that have been supporting Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, I genuinely believe that there was a piece of this that ignited the flame to say, like, that hit the timer, that said, we're ready, it's the time, go now. And Mama Gaia, I have never felt her energy so powerful before. Like, I've felt it before, but not in this way. She is present. She is with us. She is here. It's unavoidable. Whoever wants to say that somebody created this in a lab, let them say it. Mama knows best. She knows best. She knows how to cleanse herself. There's something happening here that goes beyond what humans can create or comprehend. We are simply reacting to it. It's potent. It's potent. Beautiful. Yes, Miss Kelsey.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
I am enjoying this shift in energy as well as space. And I love everything that you have said, not only about the economy, but as well as what Robin has said about the cloud formation and the divide of people, because so much, I've been so calm and I haven't questioned it much. I'll kind of let you into a story that I try not to attach too much with, but really is coming prominent to me now. So a lot of my childhood, over and over again, psychics or medicine men or women, and they would tell me that I had laid my mind to rest for a long time. And it felt just true in my heart. Not so much of the stories that I was told, but like just the role of like me kind of waiting it out. And for a while I was wondering why it came back now, especially when everything is so different from living off of just the land. To the point of like I have almost like prepped myself, but not, in learning how to have survival skills and learning how to communicate with the animals and the plants. And so now in this time of change where I'm seeing a divide in our like people from mass chaos to those not even believing, and then also finding that like sweet spot in the center where it's exactly what you said, like the healers are showing up for each other right now. Like everybody is giving meditation, people are talking about collective, there's groups being formed right now being like, how can I show up for you? I have extra supplies, or I'm going out to the store, what do you need? So people are completely separating from one another, but as well as like kind of finding that there is so much opportunity in this space. Like I even read some posts about how last night on some people's runs, there were more people outside walking, and everyone had a hello or a good day to you. to say to one another, like even through like the chaos, the connections getting just growing so much more for one another. And we have become such an independent society, not only in like the United States, but other countries, because of our vibration just kind of going out into that, and the connection starting to come back. And what's cool about the clouds is and like even the animals like starting to come out and go into the cities, like we're being checked on, not only from like star nations, in my opinion, like, and like what people may say as aliens, but we're being checked on by like the wisdom keepers, like the dolphins and the whales. Like we are in the midst of a prophecy right now. Like we have never seen this fluctuation happen ever. We have, yes, talked about like the end of the world many times. We've talked about apocalyptic times. We've talked about change for so long. And like, I feel like we are entering into that. And a lot, like last year, like the community, like the spiritual community, like I love that you even said like only 2% are, because I'm so immersed in the extra on the outside. Like the 2% is such a new conversation and space to be in. Like I finally feel like I can be heard and share with others, like things that I have just kind of kept in my, what I would call a spiritual closet for so long. And so I'm around all of these other conversations so often. And when I got into the conscious community in Reno, everyone kept speaking about how it changed, like it's getting bigger, and like the events are here and people are showing up for each other. And because of that, people started having like these mass gatherings where they're activating rivers, where they're activating dream catchers, like all of these activation points and meditations were happening like worldwide. It was almost like we showed up for the appointment we all made like centuries ago with the prophets, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna start doing these things, and we don't even know what it's gonna like make or become in front of us, and we've like, now we're seeing it. And like it's interesting, like the divide that's being created, and then like this underlying like connection that it is bringing us back to our like roots of where we don't need TP. We can actually clean with water. And like how I definitely feel, and this is kind of like goes back to everyone telling me that I didn't come back to this planet for a certain, or in this generation for a certain reason, is that exact thing. And I even got a shamanic reading, and I'm a Capricorn, Virgo moon, or Taurus moon with the Virgo rising. I'm nothing but earth, 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 leader, 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 leader. And like I was told that in 3034 that I would be called really to the forefront to help change the systems. And right now it's interesting to kind of be in a to watch the systems kind of collapsing and the old contracts starting to find their end point. And now they're searching for different ways to show up. And I do feel like we're all in the midst of a prophecy. Nobody has ever seen schools shut down and people stay in their homes, and people like things just completely stopping and going into that pause for a moment, and it's like the reflection. Like we showed up for all of the appointments we made, and I feel like because of those one pata y pata, one step at a time, one decision at a time, one conversation at a time, we have collectively opened the gate for the change to come in. Like prophecies have said forever. And like that just
forever.
Stone, and like before there was real books, and it's, I don't know, for me that feels freaking like breathtaking.
We're here.
We are experiencing it. Like not only like, yes, the mass chaos is happening, but it's like I get to, like, I don't know, I woke up at a certain time and I got to, instead of being like in the midst of it, I'm simply an observer and a leader into like a direction. I have a space where it's like I'm not taking ownership of anything. I'm just like, know that shit needs to happen. And
take ownership.
Yeah.
Take ownership, Kelsey. Don't throw that away. Own your corner. Own your sliver of the universe. Own your lane. Own your role, because you got a big one. We've told you this. Your elders, my dear, have told you this since you came in. You have a big role. And we are all here cheerleading you on, because you are part of the generation that we have been paving the way for. Like, I feel like I'm in the middle of that. We've had the generation above me that has been paving the way. And then my generation is stepping into and like basically laying the groundwork for the solid platform for your generation and below to pop through.
Mm-hmm.
I have you guys, there's so many emotions today. I had this experience. I told you about the live that I felt like doing in the EDLA, and I had 2 connections. This was the other one. This gentleman reached out to me. He was the only one that was on through the whole recording, and I felt like I was specifically there just to talk to him. He's from Germany, lives in the United States. He's 28. He wants us to help each other, which is beautiful, because he has like a website and social media agency, Love Pixel agency, that's like totally aligned with the message and like the person I've been looking for, essentially. He called me because I've been the person he's been looking for. And so we get on the phone and we're chatting, and he has this 2-year-old boy, and his 2-year-old boy, I don't know what happened, but he ended up putting the headphones to his 2-year-old boy's ear. It was such a profound moment. This little boy reached into my heart. Like, I felt his little hand reach into my heart, and he showed me a vision of what's happening on the planet. And he was like, our generation knows what's happening. We're clearing the path. The light is coming through. And because we don't know, we are going to be lifting the spirits of the adults. We're going to be lifting the spirits. And he showed me the other side of this. And he's like, everything is beautiful. Like, everything is right. And then he like pulled his hand out of my heart, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And so then his dad comes back on the phone, and he's like, he was so intently listening to you. Like, what did you say? And I said nothing. I said, I was sitting there receiving this message from this little 2-year-old boy who was showing me so much. And we did that 2 more times, and he just kept like flooding me with this telepathic information and this energy that was so profound. So profound. And so we're there, like, we're in it. We are held in every single generation.
Mm-hmm. I have literally felt that in the core of me since I was like too little to really tell the adults like, hey, listen to me. And I'm so excited to see what the generations, including mine, because I need to own this shit. I'm fucking young, like really young. And I've always wondered why I've always been in a group of like elders, but it's because I'm part of that. And you are part of that. And you're all
Kelsey,
of that.
I have been too. And that's why when you came in and popped into this group at your age, it was like, yes, I've earned my wrinkles. No Botox here. These are wisdom lines that I have earned from being your age and being looked at like I don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have earned these stripes. They are coming with me. And I mean that because of how important the wisdom is that these younger generations are bringing in, and how important it is to listen to, because I, like you, have not owned my lane until my late 20s. I, like you, have been looked down upon by elders for not knowing anything. And I truly believe that we are here with this wave of volunteers, as you know and have felt in your bones since the beginning, that there's a reason for this, that there's a reason that you're here, that there's a reason you have the knowledge that you have, that there's a reason that like you've integrated and done the work and found your way to the people and the places and the things that have helped to encourage that voice inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's also what I do believe you're meant to do for your generation. It's not even just for us fogies out here. That's the first time I think I've ever called myself a fogey, but I'm into it. But it's also for your generation. Your generation needs leaders that are your age. because they will listen to you more than they will the generations above that have destroyed the planet that they now have to clean up. There's an extraordinary lack of trust that's being completely broken down through this as well. The Iranian government, their people don't even trust their government, like, at all. We look at our government, we look at our leaders who are giving the addresses and not telling people anything about what's going on. Mass levels of distrust are happening. We need leaders that people can trust, and that's what I believe that this is shaping us into. That's the platform that this experience is offering us, the ones who have internally always felt like we are meant to be leaders and haven't had that platform. This is it.
It's so amazing, mind-boggling, like just body chills to think that we're here. Like we are literally at the doorstep of the whirlwind of transformation that is not only happening every moment, but like what is even going to happen in 2 years. Like we are here, we are in it. And we get to sit as a group and a collective right now reflecting on just the beginning.
And we got each other, and our communities are going to grow.
They already have.
They already have. Yes. Kelsey, thank you for your 2 cents. Thank you for jumping in, bringing the enthusiasm. Ah, beautiful. Who else would like to share your reflection and what it is that's going on, what your temperature check is, what your read is? Yeah, I always know who's gonna go before you guys go. It's wonderful. I can like feel your anticipation. Do I talk? Do I not? Do I go? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be brief, being somewhat of a public space, but it feels like a beehive, right? And everyone, it feels like when you look at a beehive and they've realized, oh shit, is there danger? Should we be concerned about this? Hey, how do you feel about this? How are we good? And I see so many people looking to others to see how they should handle the situation themselves, or how they should feel, right? So this is just our chance to step up, be solid, be shining, and be that example that people are very much looking for in times of uncertainty. It's wild how little people can piece out their own emotions and decide what they want to feel. So they just, being social animals, we just look at each other a lot, and this is our chance to shine and really step up to the plate.
Absolutely. I like what you said about the beehive, and it's been interesting from the seat that I've been sitting on in Bali, and like by the time Marcy came out for the Bali retreat, we were already talking about it. It was already almost a concern for them to fly out to Bali. And February 5th was when they shut down Chinese tourism, so no Chinese tourists. Bali has a huge percentage of their tourism comes from China. Like China, Russia, Australia, barely any Americans here. Like it's amazing to meet an American because we're like rare because it's so far. And so what's been powerful to witness and powerful to watch from the seat that I am in is the wave of how Americans have received the information and responded, because it's been a BFD over here for a while. And that hive mentality of complacent camp of, oh, it's not happening to us, it's happening to them. And now it's like, oh no, honey, it's happening to everyone. We are here together in this world. And like the feeling of being roommates is really profound. And Kelsey, what you were saying of like, thank goodness people are acknowledging each other as they are walking down the sidewalk. Like, when did that end? What happened? When did we start going, oh, that's happening to them, we don't need to be concerned? Borders and politics. We can say race, we can say whatever else we want. What I've personally experienced in the last year is I've experienced more, I would say, exposure to different races than I ever have, being that like the experience in LA and then coming here. Reno doesn't have a lot of racial diversity. Like it really doesn't. It's kind of sad to say. And it is very much like, well, that's your camp, that's your camp, that's your camp. And that's been the case in so many communities. Like even in immigration, in people coming into America, it's still been, okay, well, that's the Italian area, that's the German area, that's the Russian area, and we don't really intermix and intermingle. So my idea, especially with the South Dakota pipeline circumstance and situation, the vision that I had around that was, okay, the people, the rainbow of colors of people that are coming to fulfill these prophecies is the reincarnated natives that have come in that are still protecting the land. That they have been the ones that have protected the land, and part of the reason they were Native Americans to begin with was to learn how to protect it and to learn the sacred qualities of it to begin with before they were natives. This goes way back, way back. And this goes way forward. We're living our future simultaneously because guess what? We all right now have to think about it. You think Greta Thunberg's movement was getting attention before, you better believe even the unconscious people are going to start perking their ears up to things that they've been hearing but haven't been paying attention to. Just in marketing, and I love using this as an example, just in marketing, when I started a couple years ago, the average was 6 to 12 exposures for somebody to buy. Meaning they would have to see your ad, or they would have to see this, or they would have to, but before they built a level of trust, they knew you, they liked you, whatever, before they would purchase. Now it's anywhere between 36 to 50. So the bombardment of marketing, that's why it's gotten more intense, but it's also because people have become numb to receiving information because there's so much information blasted through us with social media. If you think about it, just scrolling through Facebook in a 30-second period, how many headlines are you picking up on? How much information are you actually absorbing in 30 seconds? Your subconscious is working on overdrive to go through, this is important, this is important, this is important, this is important, this affects me, this doesn't affect me, like it's literally, it's that fast. So how many times do you think somebody has to hear that the polar bears are dying, or that the glaciers are melting, or that carbon emissions are destroying the planet before they actually act? And it has consistently been, well, that doesn't affect me. It's hard to believe that you're experiencing a drought when you can still take a 20-minute shower, because that's still available. This right here is going, oh, I guess it does affect me. I guess it is me. There's something so much bigger going on than this virus. This virus is the lever. It literally is the lever to move the things. It's the beginning. This isn't the end. We're on a long road. This is just the beginning. But what a beautiful beginning, really. My goodness. Ah, thank you, Mason. Miss Cat. I feel your bubbles bubbling.
So many bubbles. I just want to thank you all for showing up and for giving me a safe space to just be and to be an incredible reflection and mirror for me. Thank you. This has been a lot. I'm feeling emotional right now. What's happening on a very large scale is reminiscent to me of my own growth. of feeling like, you know, in a just waiting in shit and not feeling like I would ever breathe again. You know, maybe not to that degree, but it's like people are finally faced with this discomfort, and I'm like, this is going to be the catalyst for a massive wake up, and it's already happening. I feel it in a way that I didn't know was possible a few weeks ago, where I feel I'm doing a lot of clearing on myself, like hours a day now, just because I'm picking up other people's emotions so much more, like the densities. And I start yawning, I start burping. I'm like, my body's having physical reactions to it. Feeling Mama Gaia and her presence, her energy is like, yeah, I have moments where I'm a little tripped out and I'm like, okay, just know I accept this. This is part of who I am and part of who I came here to be. And like the old story stuff comes up a little bit and I'm like, oh, this is scary. And I'm like, take a time in. Everyone else in the world is about to take a time in. Like, this is the path I've chosen. Like, I just like keep on reminding myself that. I'm like, nope, no running away. I feel a greater sense of responsibility than I've ever felt in my entire life.
What can you describe that? Responsibility for, responsibility,
well, I've
and
never really felt that generally. I've always been like, I don't assume responsibility. I'm like, you know, I barely, yeah. A responsibility to be of service and to show up publicly, which had terrified me. Even like a month ago, I'm like, ooh, coming out of the spiritual closet. Ooh, am I ready? Like, there are all these things that I love that I'm really into, but exposing that on Facebook and showing that to everyone, that sounds scary. And now I'm like, fuck it. I'm here. I keep on hearing this song in my head that I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. And I'm like, okay. Hi, people. I'm a rainbow sheep. Welcome. Don't be scared. The water is lovely. Yeah. I just really like can't stress enough how much fucking love I want in the world. And I felt it the other night until it felt like I was like exploding from the inside out. And I couldn't even fucking leave my bed. I was just like laying down. I'm like, what is happening in my heart? I don't know what these feels are, but I'm like, my whole body is like pulsating and vibrating. And I imagine you feel like that often, Samantha. What the fuck is it? I'm like tingling and shit and like feeling hot.
Oh, I love that you added that, because really I'm like, yes, welcome to before 6:30 a.m. And then we have the rest of the day. It is so intense all the time. I think I'm just, that's why I make so many freaking jokes, you guys. Like, I'm not kidding. It gets so intense.
You kind of have to.
You just have to. You just have to. Things like this help. They really help.
It's beautiful. Yeah, they do.
Kat, we need a still of you, like right after you said fuck it. Like, you need to go back and take a screenshot of your face when you said that. Like, put it somewhere where you see it all the time as your encouragement to stay in that vibration and to stay in that face and to take it and run with it, because it popped open what had all of us literally cracking up, and that's your magic. That's your magic sauce. That's the thing that you are bringing to the table that nobody else has. You guys, people don't need more seriousness right now. The happy joy. Yes, I'm the rainbow sheep. Come in, the water's fine. Playfulness. It's what is the magnet. It's what is the magnet. It's what's going to turn heads. It's what's going to get the attention. We don't need more. I watched this video of this woman channeling Jesus, and I'm watching it and I'm like, does she have light moving through her body? Debatable. Medium temperature light. Okay, is she, I'm like, okay, this is like an egoic prophecy coming through under the name of channeling Jesus. You guys, be authentic in the nature that you're bringing. That's what we're attracting. People that don't know who to turn to right now, we have tools. We've been doing this. We've been preparing. Think of how many people are waking the fuck up right now, and think of where you were and what you felt like when you were waking up and you had no one to turn to. I am so thankful I had you guys to even talk to about this light language awakening. It blew my freaking head off. Completely. Completely. Remember where you were when you had no one to talk to. Who did you look for? What were the qualities that they had that brought you in? That's where you're going to shine. That's where you're going to step into your role of being a leader. That is where your community, and it doesn't matter if it's 5 or 10 or 1,000. Do not focus on the numbers right now. Just simply focus on what it feels like for you to satisfy that drive and that desire to be in front of people right now. Focus on that and only that, and you will find that satisfaction, and that amusement and that playfulness becomes your own magnet. And it's not, like I said, it's not about the numbers. This is the practice round, believe it or not. It feels important and it feels huge because it is, and it is the practice round. We haven't even gotten to the good stuff. So right now what you're doing is you are practicing. You are in your training ground and you're doing it for you. Share your message, do your lives, whether it be on whatever media platform you're on, whatever. It, like, just satisfy your need to speak up right now. Just focus on that and you'll see how much shifts through it. Because you were born for this. Remember?
Yeah.
You were born for this.
Yeah.
That's why you've experienced the things you've experienced. That's why we're here having these conversations. You were born for this. There are, what, almost 9 billion people in this world right now. Every single one of us has a network and a community that has people in it that are looking for somebody. And guess what? You already made the appointment with them to lead them through this experience. That's already been set. That's already been written. If you're feeling unsure, channel your future self. You know how to do that. You might go, but Samantha, you never taught us that. I've been teaching you the whole time. You know how to do it. The key is you trusting your intuitive instincts and abilities. What I have been showing you to do is to minimize the influence that your egoic consciousness has on stopping that. You don't need the roadmap from me to learn how to do these things because you already know how to do them. Trust yourself. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your heart. Call the person that you feel that intuitive push to call right now. Reach out to your community. Reach out to your friends. Don't think that they don't want to hear from you. They want to hear from you. They want to hear from you because they are squandering and looking for answers or something from somebody. And maybe you just plant a seed. Maybe that's it. But that seed could be the most important seed of their life.
Mm-hmm.
As we all have experienced a really important person planting a seed in our life that has grown into something big for us. So we know because we know the path and we know the terrain. The same way when I was helping people get out of their addictions, I knew the terrain. I know what addiction means. I know what it feels like. I know how to get out. You know what awakening is. You know what it feels like. You know how to show up. There are people who are starting at square one right now. You already know square one. You don't need to have a published book. You don't need to have spoken on 9 million stages. The competition right now, guess what? Flattened. Flattened. We are playing on a fair ball game right now because we have all been equalized. The equilibrium, boom. The greatest currency right now is the platform. That is the greatest currency right now, and maybe toilet paper. Maybe hand sanitizer. But the equilibrium has
Samantha,
happened.
Yeah,
go for it.
you used to live in Healdsburg. You remember Big John's? Big John's Market?
Yeah.
Customers were stealing their toilet paper in the bathroom. Like, people are stealing toilet paper at restrooms, like public restrooms. It's like, okay, yeah, that's happening. Next. I don't want that to happen anymore. Next.
I'm glad you brought that up because this is something that I want to actually address as well, is like, be careful what you react to with one story. And
yeah,
no things here, but this is what I've noticed is one person created a hiccup in Toronto, like causing a fight over hand sanitizer. That's one person. Let's not look at it and go, the world is going to shit. One person got in a fight over hand sanitizer. Okay, yes. There are some people that are losing their mind, but that's one person out of 9 billion. So let's not jump to conclusions saying that everybody's losing it, because we're not. The majority of humans are able to think and pause. It is our biological response, fight or flight mechanism, ingrained in all living beings to be afraid of a threat. That is what protects us and it's what keeps us alive. It is the natural response to a threat. We've all received news that there is a threat. Some people are more integrated than others and know how to calm and move through things. Some people just haven't had the support in their lives to handle their emotions or to think critically for themselves. There's a full spectrum here, but we can't hear one story and jump to, well, that's what happened for everybody. And I think there's a lot of that happening in the news and in the fear mongering and in the articles that are shared in Facebook. There's a lot of that. So when it's one story, yes, it's one story. Identify it, recognize it as a flooding emotion, and just, so yes, thank you for bringing that up, because I do think that that is an important thing to pay attention to and to remind your friends and family when they're telling you and sharing it, because the excitement of the drama is something that we're all addicted to. Why Netflix has such, why people binge things. Like, the addiction to drama is paramount in feeding so much of the bullshit here. It's not even the fear mongering. It's the addiction to the drama of, oh my God, can you believe? That keeps us out of our own stuff.
yeah.
Such a good point, Kat.
The energetic imbalance is so much more prevalent and apparent now. On a much larger scale. It's like, oh, here it is. Oh, there it is.
Now see your true colors.
One more thing about the light language.
Yeah.
Has everyone experienced like several of all the peeps that are in this container today? Has everyone experienced like a few at least of Samantha's sessions? And if so, have you had any, what's going on for you? I have questions. I don't know if you want to open this up to that. I will say that for me, a past life that I'd known about is coming much more prevalent to me, much more exposed, and it feels like that's why I'm here right now, is a past life of me being a Native American healer. And within the last week, I've developed a new part of my healing where I can feel somebody's energy body. I've been doing it with my animals, and I'm like stripping out dense energy above, like with my hands. I've never used it like that. I've do the guided healing meditations and my own practices, and now I started doing body work, but now I'm like not even touching the body. I'm like going around the body and like making weird noises and stuff, and I'm like, I'm just going with it. It feels right.
Stay with it.
Yeah.
The insight that I'm getting on that, Kat, also is to actually just keep doing that, because it's healing your hands. The more energy you have flowing through them is healing your hands. So where you've been focused on the body and aligning the body, you're now able to focus more on the extremities. And so to keeping that energy moving and flowing through your hands is going to help heal them and break down those densities that are there.
Yeah, and just also within the last week, my hands, especially my left hand, is just like tingling a lot more. It's doing some cool shit.
Ask it, when it's doing that, ask it to speak to you. There's a consciousness that's there. Our whole body, our organs, our everything, there's a consciousness that's there, and it can speak to you and let you know what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's part of my practice, as asking it and also guiding it in terms of the healing. And actually one more thing, because I read this on a forum today and it really resonated with me. I know I'm sorry, not sorry, because I want all of you to hear this.
Go for it. Go for it.
Where this woman was talking about, and essentially that's what I'm doing with my body every day. But in terms of the coronavirus, just that everyone say, talk to your body every day. My body is creating the antibodies necessary to protect me from the coronavirus. My intention, create those neural pathways, talk to the body, tell your body what you're needing in order to be protected during this time. And I'm done. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, and what I'll say to that is that with the light language, I have a friend that is extremely sick right now. She's getting better, but she's been extremely sick and she's had all the symptoms. And the night before she got sick, we were sharing a coconut. So if she's sick and she has it, then the chances of me being sick and having it, and then my friend who came to visit, she traveled and then stayed here with me, and then she got really sick. So it's been here, and I've been self-quarantining other than going to the store or taking my dog to the vet. There's been a couple things that I've had to do. And what I have really been focusing on is, again, looking at the vibration, because if we can upgrade ourselves on a cellular vibrational level, and the virus is a cell, then we can create the anecdotal vibrational frequency either in the external of our aura, so that it actually dies on contact. Because if we think of laser healing and laser therapy, or vibrational healing, vibrational therapy, we can transmute these frequencies. Even if it is a piece of matter, we can shift that. And quantum physics is right now proving that the exact same object can be in two places at one time, which is proving that time doesn't exist only in the long, drawn out 3D linear form that we've experienced, but that quantum physics is actually proving these things. So if we on a vibrational frequency can create that anecdotal vibe on the outside of our aura, then it won't even come into our aura, let alone inside our body. because our body is in our aura, and our aura is bigger, our spirit is bigger, and we know how to do that. Because people have already healed, they've already recovered, you don't even need a name. You could use a name, but we are psychic. So you tap into the frequency of that person now is immune. That's what's going to end up stopping this whole thing, is getting enough immune people on the planet so that it stops spreading, ironically enough. So we can do that vibrationally before we need to do it physically. As I mentioned before, I was using the light language, and I went to bed feeling like, okay, this next morning I wake up, it's going to be the day that I'm down. Because it was like day 1, day 2, day 3, I was okay. It was getting worse. And the night of day 3, I did a lot of light language channeling, and I did a lot of listening to other light languages. And I woke up in the morning feeling really, really, really good. Like healed, good, better, good. Like I went through it good. And the day before, I had friends bring me food because I was like, I'm just not even leaving. And 2, I just don't even feel good enough to do it. So my own personal experience with it in that way. And because I am a healer, I know how to heal myself. I know how to move energy. I feel like there's something good to say about that. So yes, great point. 100%. I completely agree with that. And I think that there's the energetic perspective that most people won't accept, and that there's already the vibrational vaccine to it. And in this, hear me on this, that it is not the spiritual bypassing. It's not saying, well, I'm not afraid of it, so therefore it won't touch me. Pay attention. Pay attention. That's all we're asking. Just pay attention. Look at what's going on. And it will shift things for you. I had a friend that was coming out here, and her flight was supposed to land April 2nd. And I reached out to her within the last week. And I said, if you are planning on coming out here, you need to fly like yesterday. She said, I'm not afraid of the virus. And I said, I understand not being afraid of the virus. That's fine. You're young and you're spry, and I'm not going to get into that can of worms. But what I am going to say is this is not about being afraid of the virus. It's about paying attention to what's going on politically and logistically, because flights are shutting down. So if you want to get somewhere, you got to do it like tomorrow. And so there's a lot of layers to this. It isn't just virus. It isn't just energy. It's like, let's look at what's happening on the multifaceted dynamic of politically and economically, how this is being handled and how that's going to break down and change that structure too. For people that are worried about the infamous 1%ers that we cannot name, we can and we can't. It's like the infamous 1%ers, shame on them. They're getting richer through this. It's like, well, actually, they're not immune. Like, they're not immune. And it just takes one contact. So unless they shut themselves down right there in the beginning, like, things are still going to be moving through this. We're in a 2-week dark period of waiting time to basically see who's going to get sick and who's going to get sick in their own home. That's what's happening. That's what this 2-week quarantine is about. It's not even about, okay, yes, let's stop spreading it. In 2 weeks, I can guarantee you're going to have a handful of friends that are sick. I guarantee it. There's nothing about this, well, we only have 100 people in Reno that have it that are recorded. That's just who's been tested. And people going to the grocery stores and handling all these last minute things, if you think that that virus wasn't participating in the exchange of money and the stores and the metal and the this and the that and the air that everyone was breathing to go buy their blessed TP, you're horribly mistaken. It's there. People you know have it. Most of them are going to survive. There's no doubt about that. But the point is, we've got to pay attention to what's going on to be able to understand how we're going to move through it. So many layers, so many lessons, so many facets. Right now, the key is for you to focus on your role of responsibility, staying informed, do your research, or don't. I laid in bed for 2 to 3 days and I did a ton of research. I looked what's going on in South Korea, what's going on in Spain, what's going on in Italy, how are the Italian newspapers handling what's going on media-wise, who's trusting whose government, what's happening in Iran, what's happening all over. I've never done so much freaking research in my life. Like I was absolutely fascinated by all of it, and not like invoking fear, but I wanted to like, what's going on? And I for sure have been in the spiritual bypassing court of, I don't vote because our system is screwed. I don't do that. Like I've for sure been in that. I don't pay attention to the news. I choose ignorance, like 100%. Now is not the time to do that. But it is also important to weigh what's like pay attention to what's going on with your mental health, your psychological well-being, your emotional health. Are you picking up what's going on from the collective because you've read something, or are you able to stay grounded and centered as you observe what you are reading? Like it's basically let's go through and sort through the information so that you know how to serve, so that you know how to show up. And that for me was 3 days of really deep diving and paying attention very clearly. And now what I'm feeling called to do is to not spend time scrolling on Facebook, not see what's going on, and to actually just show up and do the videos by channeling what I'm channeling here. And so I've felt like I'm just daily listening to intuitively what are the nudges and listening to them and paying attention. That's how I'm choosing to do it. It's working for me. I'm sharing that 2 cents with you. Maybe that's the way you choose to do it. The bottom line is pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. Maybe like Mason, you're great at facts. You're great at like figuring things out and delivering. So maybe you are a person in your community that can sort through the information that has taken place and what has gone on, so that you can share from a grounded, because let me tell you, Mason, we all like hearing from you. We all like hearing your voice. We all beam when you share. And the way that I can say that, not just speaking for myself, is because I can feel it from everybody. Your voice is meant to be heard. And I know that you have the thing with like, okay, your role in your community and what that looks like. It's okay. Like you don't have to go rainbow sheep like Kat is. You can step into your role of using your voice in leadership in a way that still feels safe for you to do so while you're practicing what that feels like. So there's a beautiful bridge that can be built here for you in whatever role that looks like for you. But I'm encouraging all of you to step into it and don't be shy. Now is not the time to be shy. Beautiful. Welcome, Miss Luana and Constance and Candida. I want to make sure that we have time for the meditation as well. So I do apologize. I'm giving everyone a full chance to share, but if you have anything that you would love to share, please do so. And then we're going to go into the meditation. So please be conscious of time with your share. And yes, Constance or Candida and Luana. And if you're feeling perfectly at peace, just listening and absorbing and are willing to just shift gears, that's totally welcome as well. All right. Constance, I do feel like you have a couple things.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
I was really enjoying listening to everybody's shares and just feeling it and checking in with where I'm at. And yeah, I like the idea of just tuning in daily, because it does feel like just this divine pause that we all get to have to really reflect. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and just holding space for others in whatever capacity feels right for the day.
Beautiful. You have like an energy behind you that's not yours. It looks like it's not quite plugged into your chakras, but it's like attached to your back physically. What I'm seeing for you is to just lay on your back and let Mama Gaia absorb it, and focus on your healing and clearing your space specifically. I do see that you're doing a good job of observing and watching and paying attention. But there's something that's happening like behind your periphery that I'm being shown that it's important for you to pay attention to, because it's pulling you out of your full power and place to shine. So there's a little bit of self-healing for you to do over the next, it looks like 3 to 4 days before you find that inspiration to really step up in your community in the way that you can.
Okay, I'll pay attention to that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with you and for you through this as well. And for you specifically, don't be shy.
Right.
Don't be shy, step up, use your voice. You're doing a great job of building a kind and lighthearted following. And I think I actually think that there's going to be a bit of a pivot for you with this, with what you've been going on with the psychic soulmate thing, and then kind of pivoting into what feels more aligned. Ironically enough, like I feel like you've kind of outgrown that a little bit. Like you've done it to get the message and get your words out there and like get more used to sharing and posting in that way. But I do think that there's a pivot that's more aligned with what your internal message is and what you're like designed to share, that's going to come through this experience, especially within the next 7 days, for sure. I'm seeing the next 3 to 4 is like learning and growing and releasing and doing self-healing and taking care of your family, being mama bear. And then once you realize everybody's settled in the quarantine and everybody's got their own thing and you don't have to be the glue that's keeping all of it together, then you'll be able to feel supported. And once you feel supported in not having to take care of everything, that's when I see you starting to shift and rise and shine through this. So
I like that, because I do feel a little like not lost, but like I'm just gonna take it day by day.
Yeah, well, you got a little one at home, so you got the mama bear thing that none of the rest of us have right now.
Yeah.
Like we don't have the little one to take care of and make slime with and do the thing. So I think once you realize like that home base, especially in the quarantine, is good, there will be a shift for you there. So
beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and Miss Candida and Luana, I see you both. Thank you both for being here, holding space for your shares. You can send them telepathically or even in the chat. We're going to shift gears into the meditation here. I am feeling a shift in some light language coming through, so I do appreciate you bringing that up, Pat. Let's just kind of take a couple nice big deep breaths. Shifting yourself. If you want to turn off your camera, your video, you're welcome to. Breathing into your center. Breathing into your peace. Breathing into your own serenity. I'm going to go ahead and start with the prayer again. As we call in divine truth and love into the sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for every viewer, replayer, and myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. We ask that the channels that come through be pure in source energy and source consciousness. We invoke and call in the protection of information that comes through, purifying and filtering, that it is light and only light that is our guiding intention, our guiding light. releasing confusion, releasing internal conflict, bringing in confidence, surety, and deep, aligned connection with soulful integrity and purpose. Breathing in the light of your own illumination, bringing in the light of your own divine calling, enjoying these next few days of peace in quarantine as best you can. Make time for yourself. If you are living with others, make time for yourself to have stillness and quiet. An hour a day will purify your stream of consciousness and put you in the slipstream of expedited healing. That what once took you weeks to work through will now take you moments, seconds. What you used to sit and look at all facets to understand and comprehend is no longer necessary. Dance. Dance and move. Bring in the beauty of light. Bring in the beauty of pure consciousness through your system as you smile, with the intention of integrating your grace. You are a wisdom keeper of light. This is your destiny. Your platform is set. Your heart is open. Breathe into the light of your own pure consciousness. Breathe easy into your stillness, for your stillness always lives within. It is not about finding it. If you find yourself shifting in chaos or uncertainty, ask for your stillness. And in an instant, in the same amount of time it took for you to think that thought, your stillness will overtake your body and you will have instant clarity, instant peace, and grounded intelligence to be clear on your ability to create and make decisions for yourself. You know what's coming through for you, and you know what is true for you. Stay focused in that way. And allow this pause to be the most influential 2 weeks of your life. You, in this moment, have your hands on the steering wheel of your growth. This is where your greatest empowerment lives. It's what you choose to do with this time. That is the most important choice you can make right now. Mama Gaia and her wisdom keepers have information and gifts to you. You will be able to receive them in your stillness, when you are able to be in your peace and calm. Hold your loved ones close and know that you share the same breath. We are unified now more than we ever have been before. It's possible that this is the most beautiful experience that humanity has gone through ever. There will be many distractions. And at every choice point, pause. For many, Facebook and social media is a distraction from their own inner world. Ironically enough, Facebook and social media has become the exact opposite. It cannot distract you from what is going on. And at some point, that addiction will wane because it will no longer give you the good feelings of the distraction that you came for. And what will remain is the depth for human connection. Owaunaya wa akaya. Suena wa apuana ya wa amuaya wa akaya wa nei wa apuana wa oana ya wo kapuana sayana ya wa wana wa oana wa nei wa aya wa oana wa akaya. O mo ono wa omo nei wa atia wa kapuana wa ono wa ya aya ono wa kayono na ya wa aya na ya wa oni wa mo wa. Ona ya wa kena ya wa akadeo wa mono wa pulu adeo wa moya momo na ya wa kanaya asuene ne wa ataya wa kedua mo okuana awa ana asua nunu wa ya wa owana akuana sina ya wa omoya upuna ya wa upua tudua mo mokaya wa asayana ya wa moya wa ataya wa moya akadaya wa nanu wa no wa na ya kuraya wa na sayana ne wa akane wa una ya wa una punua kaya mua nana ayana ya wasuna ya kaya wa na asadaya wa na omoana na wa akadaya wa momone wa dara wa kana ya wa aya kaya suni wa wa mone wa akaya wa na ya wa suna mua kunua wa punua kana ya aya kasana ya susunu moya wa amoya ukadea wa umona na akaya wa mona ya siana ya kidea na ya wa muna kana awana asuana wa munune wa na ya da ya ana akuana na so suana wa mona ya wa kadea wa mona ya wa anaya kana ya na wa anaya so no wa mono na ya anaya okoya na okuda sanada wa mona na wa kana ya da no kaya wono kade o kane kake that o kudo da ya kada kudo wa kada aku na kade wa na o ku na kade aku na kade da kuda da ya kuno kude ya wa ba puda kade o mona na kaya kade o no susu na kade wa sana na da ona mona ne da ya wa mona kade de wa kade ya wa mona na kade wa mona ne sana de wa aku na ne wa puana kada wa mo na ne wa kapo ya o da su do wa mo no ya wa da ya o wa kada na mo na ya wa ni ya wa ya akwa sa ya wa mo ne ya wa wa de wo mo ne ya o mo na ya wa okubu ya ko na ya wa ada ya wa mo no kada ya wa ne ya wa ada ya wa kana ya wa sa si ya na ya wa ada wa mo ya ya mo ne yo wa okuda yo mo you wa and breathe and place your hands palm face up when you can wa anayo wa apua na sasaya na kadaya wa mono ya o no wa aku mo ya asuna mo ne yo wa apua ne yo wa ya o momo yana o akadaya wa momo ya wa ura ya wa sina ya o akadaya wa mene ya o na suna na mo dai o ya wa na ya wa akaya o na ya wa so mo na o akadaya wa mo na ya wa breathe and stay with this. Breathe. Relax every one of your muscles. Relax your forehead. Relax your temples, your cheeks. Relax the muscles in your jaw. Relax the muscles in your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your fingers. Relax your hands. Relaxing through your torso, through your core, letting every muscle soften, relaxing your hips, relaxing through your thighs, through your knees, through your calves, through your ankles, through your feet, and relax. And relax. And relax. Notice how easy it is to let go in this state. How easy it is to surrender things, details that you once thought were important. Let go. Awanayawa, Suanamoya Akayawana, Susui Nomoyawa Naya Awa Puanaya, Sorianayawa Wa Apuana Akayana. It is your birthright to be in this experience. It is your birthright to stay in the center of your heart. It is your birthright to connect in with and own the gifts of your own soul. It is your birthright to speak the language of your own soul. And it is within your birthright to receive the blessings, rewards, and gifts that are here for you, even in this time. Your heart is a treasure. Your heart is a consciousness that spans multiple dimensions, as well as being connected here in this material world. Be with your heart. Allow your heart to run the show. Owanoya wa apuana kayana susui nomoya wa adeya wa. Just releasing some pain from your heart. Owono wa apuana apua kakua susui nomoya wa aneya wa. Orena ya akaya no suwana wa aneya wa apuana. Orena ya wa owana sawana akuana. Ponoe ya wana wa areia wa ona wa akaya wana awana ia wa wana akaya wa sua mua tua sirekereo wa areia wa Monoe ya wa apua na ya wa apua ka wana wa areia wa mona o ya awana ya Awana akadeo wa omona ya wa opua kawana saraya wa Ayana ya wa akawana suara ya wa moya kana ya wa wana karayo wa wana ya wa okuana Sue na wa ya wa moya wa akua ma wa ya wa na ya wa da ya wa o moya wa Ayana ya wa sawana ya wa kopua da wa moya wa de ya wa ya ra na wa ya wa wana wa moya wa akaya wana Suina wa moya wa kapua na surua na wa moya wa ana suaya wa no wa akaya sua moya akaya na wa amoya una ukua moado wa adaya wa Owa na wa ya wa na wa ya wa na wa ya wa na wa ya wa na ya wa kana ya wa moya wa Soana aburaya muene iya ikeewa saraya moyana awa akaya wa moya oaraya wo ono wa awa ono wa moya Ayawana ayawono ayawana ayawa relaxing your torso, relaxing your midsection, maybe wiggling around a little bit to help the energy fall away. Awono wono wamoya wa karaya wanaya wa araya wono ya kanaya wa sanaya wa opuana kadaya wamoya. Arayana amona apuana kuamona kadaya wamoya ayana sayana. Arana ya ora wada wa moya na ya wa sahana akayana bode wada wa moya ya na ya wa okua puru mono ya awana asua moya arya ya wa na ya wa hana wa ha Bring in the frequency and the vibration of celebration. Your future self already knows that there is a celebration ahead. There is a celebration of the relief. There is a celebration of the end of this period. There is a celebration of seeing beyond. That celebration, bring that into your world and into your heart and into your connection now. As you are wrinkling time, release any hiccups or densities or obstacles or challenges that you can transmute, soften, release, and let go of. Some will stay for they are beneficial to you getting to that point, and some can just simply be washed away in this time. Release. Awana wa akayana susuya wa maya wa akereo. Awana ya wa apua. Aya. Breathe deeply for the next few moments and simply feel what you feel, notice what you notice. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move under my feet. And breathe into your stillness. And breathe into your stillness. Bring your awareness, stay in your body, and bring your awareness outside of your aura. And look around. Notice what you notice. Bring yourself and your attention, your awareness into your body. And start emanating, glowing from the inside out, allowing that illumination, that light from the center of your heart space, your monad, the center of your soul. Allow that to emanate and shine bright and breathe. Exhaling, shining brighter. Inhaling for more juice, exhaling, shining brighter. Inhaling for more juice, exhaling, shining brighter. Go ahead and connect your crown chakra to the center of the sun. Channel in that solar energy, pure source consciousness. There's a lot of interference going on between there and now, so make sure you get a clear line. Go ahead and open that space and allow yourself to connect in with that solar energy and emanate, and emanate, and emanate, and emanate, and emanate. You are not a recipient of the energy that is in this world right now. You are an emanator. You are a transmitter. You are a generator of the frequency of your internal soul consciousness. This is the vibration and one of the many tools that your heart consciousness can bring into this world and onto this planet. As you allow your heart space to emanate untouched by the frequencies around you, you will awaken and alive in the same frequency, information, and knowledge in those around you, continuing to emanate, continuing to shine brighter, and continuing to connect in. Now you are connecting into the contracts with the people that you have destined to work with, especially through this period, and emanate even brighter, sending out that call of your own readiness, stepping forward, knowing that the timeline of your readiness will happen at exactly the moment that you are ready, that those connections will be made. And breathe and breathe and breathe. This is your moment. This is your reason for being. And feel that light flowing through. In this time, this moment, connect in deeply with the core of the earth, making sure you are going all the way to the center, anchoring the light. Now you can anchor the light through your body, using your body as the conductor, and you may also create a pillar outside of your field as you do this as well. So go ahead and do what feels right to you in this moment, and it's possible that you can create that anchor through your body, walk away from it, and create another pillar. Go ahead and play with this as you see fit right now in this here moment. Allow that to flow through you, allowing your consciousness to guide. This is more technical than it is emotional or vibrational. You know how to do this. You are influencing the grid of light around this planet. There is a vibrational aura similar to what we know as the ozone that is operating in the 5th to the 7th dimension. This vibrational light grid has been damaged many times. We are here to repair it now. You as a light being and light worker are here to repair the grid through the remembrance of where you came from, knowing that you already have this information, as some may say, an instructional manual in your field already born in with you. As we are here in this physical connection in this time and space, we are already creating a grid from Australia, from the East Coast, Canada, West Coast, Bali, allowing that field to be activated and activating the connection with those that are meant to also connect in with this community. creating a clear pathway, allowing those bridges to be met and made. There's a very small percentage of the population that will be able to see this and receive this information. Congratulations, for you are here. And breathe. Pay attention to what matters in this moment. You're being activated on multiple levels of different aspects of yourself. Go ahead and think of your pet, your animal, childhood pet, even a pet that you have now. It's just simply a reminder to stay grounded. We are working with high vibrational frequencies. And your hips. What do your hips feel like when you move them, when you dance, when you squat, when you bend over? What do your hips feel like? What do your toes feel like in the sand? What does your head feel like wearing a hat? What does it feel like to put a bracelet on your wrist? I feel the earth move under my feet. Finding that center inside of your heart. This is you. And feel. Notice. Breathe. Connect in deeply. You got this. Moving yourself. Receiving the information that you're meant to receive in this moment. And bringing yourself into the connection of your body, feeling your toes, your ankles, touching your knees, touching your thighs, touching your hips, touching your stomach, touching your shoulders, your chest, your elbows, touch your wrists, feel your hands together, touch your neck, touch your ears, touch your forehead, touch your head. You have a body. You are a human being. You have the ability to interdimensionally and time travel. Remember that this is your birthright and you already know how to do it. Just sit for a moment. Do you feel yourself coming back? Do you feel yourself integrating? You're doing a great job. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. Slowly letting yourself come into space. feels right, you're welcome to go ahead and turn your video back on so you can see that you're not alone. We went pretty far out there. We went pretty deep inside of ourselves. Beautiful. Welcome, my sweet friends. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you for your insight. Please lean in on the group. We would absolutely love to hear from you, how things are going, what your read is. If you need support, we're here. Holding each other in big, big, big love. And knowing that even as you're going out there and doing the work and doing your lives and doing whatever it is that you're doing to support your community, we are here to support ourselves and each other in this and having the conversations that we can have here and maybe not in our other world. So with that, my sweet loves, I dearly love you. Thank you for being on this journey with me and all of us.